Hello everyone, welcome to another week in my garden. Friday today. Some bad weather this week. This is my first opportunity to really get on with some gardening work. But what we're going to do today, we're going to prune, and it is prune, this ground cover conifer. Now you all got these ground cover conifers in your garden, or some have, some haven't, but they will get huge if you let them, 3 to 4 meters across. Now there is a way to prune them that I learned many years ago, but I'll show you how to do it. And it keeps them, if you look at this one now, it looks very nice at the moment, but if I leave it another year, it'll be right out over the path and everything. So they have to be controlled, and to keep it in this nice controlled state, I'll show you how to prune them. Now when you come to trim a ground cover conifer, don't reach for the hedge trimmers. It's all done by secateurs, nice sharp ones as normal. Now you can, looking at it, it looks very nice, but we just need to control this because these will come right out if we let them. So let's start on this branch. If I lift it up, you can see there's lots of growth underneath. So this is a skill you'll have to learn. If you look back along the branch, you'll see here you've got a little bit. Let's find another one for you. Let's see this one. Look, we'll show you this one. If you look back along, can you see this one here is coming over the top? So if you put your secateurs in there and just take that out, then this one that we cut back to will produce this for next year, and then your conifer is under control. So let's do another simple one. Look, you see, you've got plenty at the top. So what we'll do, we'll nip in there and take him out, and these will take over, you see. And we'll go around the whole bush. I'll get on with it while you watch, and then you see. You go under the branch, look for what's going to take over. Look there, that one will take over from the branch as we remove it. So we'll remove the branch like that, and this one is the one we've left. It needs to look, when you're finished, like it looks now, but a bit shorter, if you know what I mean. These we'll keep these, because next week we'll be doing the door rings for Christmas. So we'll save all these. There'll be no problem to keep them outside, and then we'll use these to base up the rings with some nice green, a little bit of that gold. I'm going to do a little bit early so you can have a chance to see them, and then use what we do as a reference if you want to make your own. So let's get this bush trimmed back. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start at the bottom and work back because it's easy. If you see here, look, we don't want it over the drive, so we'll take this back. We're looking for that, the one that can take over all the time. You see? This one's getting too big now. So we'll follow it back until we've got one looping over the top, and then just snip them under. You see? Quite simple really. Once you get your hand in, you'll be fine doing it. It's not the sort of thing to do on a frosty wet morning, I can show you. You see here, see, we need to go back. That's the one I'm taking it back to. Into there, look. This one as well. Remember to go underneath and then cut. You see? Get rid of all the bits. This one will take. If we don't get these, they'll be too long next year for the. Now I'm going to. I'll just do. Can you see there? That's the one I'm taking to. Look. That's a good one to show you. I'm just going to put the secateurs there, look, and snip, and it looks exactly the same without. Bit of grass growing in it there as well, so that's not too bad. Let's do this bit while we're here, look. Same again. Same again. There you are. You see how nice that looks now? So this one is really coming over here, look, so we've got to do some serious work on this one. We'll go for the front bit first, look. Now this one, it's got a little one there coming, so we'll take that one out. That one, no, we can't have that one, it's dead, look, so we'll go for that one. See? This one, follow it back. Again. If you see this one, it's got a lot of dead wood on here, look, we'll not be able to cover that, so we'll take that off. Same way, follow it back though. See? There we go. Looks better already. Save those. We'll just take that off. Little bit of dead there, that'll come off anyway. Take that. And then we'll move up one and do the next round now. So follow it through. This one. There's the one I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave that one and take that below off, look. So it still looks spiky, if you like. See, I've took all that off and it still looks nice. Again, we'll follow it back. Take it to that one, I think. Take that one out to that one. That one. Take to that one. Now we're on this sort of stage now. These are far too long because they'll come out, so we need to take those back in. It's the same again. See, so I'm going to take it back to that one that's sticking up there, look. Not that one, that one. Yeah? So just snip it off. This one, follow it back. Nice top one there, look. We'll have that one. And then that one. It's got a nice top one there, look. So already it's beginning to look trim. That gives you the basics of what we're doing. Remember to go under the branch. Don't cut it straight off, it'll look awful. Keep going under with the secateurs and removing the tips. Look for the shoot that's at the top and then cut under. It'll look like it hasn't been trimmed, but it has been trimmed. So I'll finish it and then I'll show you the finished bush and show you how much we really do take off them. Okay? That's this spreading conifer now trimmed, and you can see we've taken a good bucket full of trimmings off it. There's quite a few there. I haven't pressed it down to get them in. Still looks like it should look. If you went with the hedging shears, it would make too much mess. Now the upright conifers, like the Ell's woody eyes, etc., don't cut those this time of year, because if you get that frosty horrible wind, it will burn them if you trim them. So we trim those in the spring. I'm going to take a little bit off this gold one. There is a little tiny bit of frost burn on it, but I think that's because we've had the good weather. And remember, conifers will grow in the spring and in the autumn, so I think it's put on a little bit of growth, and the new growth has just been touched by the frost a bit. I'll just lightly trim this and then we'll perhaps come again in the spring to do this one again. But as you can see, it needs quite a bit taken off. You can see where I've done it in other years, because these are quite thick branches underneath. So I'll lightly do this one and then I'll show you this one done. It's the same principle. Look, you see that top one there? I'll put my hand, that's the one we're going to leave, and that one there is the one we're going to take. So we just go and give it about ½ an inch, because there will be some dieback, and just take it off, and that leaves that nicely to grow. Same again here, look. There's a nice top one there, look. That one. There's your top one. So about ½ an inch. and just take it off, and that leaves that to grow on to keep it this spiky appearance. With it being yellow, it's quite a slow grower, so you don't need to go too fierce with this one. There's the one we're going to leave, look, that one. So we go carefully in there and just take that. If you leave these, they'll go far too big. So there's nothing on there. It is, look there, that one. We'll keep that one. If you can see, I don't know. There you go. So these will take over. Same again, there's the top one there, look. You see it growing out the top. So we'll just go in front and we'll just take that. It's really worth taking your time and making a good job of them. And then there'll be no need to touch these. Goldy one, this one we'll leave for till next year. This one might have to pop back in the spring because it looks a bit, don't want to chop it too much. But it's always the same, find the top one, go underneath. And we will use these in the Christmas ring anyway. I'm just going to take a little bit off there and maybe a bit off here just to keep it to the curve of the drive. Always the same, go under, it'll be fine. There's the top one there. There's the top one we want, so we'll take him off there. This one, let that one go on. That one, we'll let that one go. And I'll just take this one, let that one go on there. And I'll just take a little bit off that one there. That one's growing through this one, so we'll do the same. Look. There it is, there's the top one, look at it. That's it, and it'll follow the neatness of the drive round as it grows again there. So that's those conifers done. I think we ought to do while we're around here is just take a bit of this Aucuba out. It's getting very strong, and they will get to 2 or 3 meters if you let them. They'll get huge. If you get the feet in some good ground, they'll be away. So we'll pop in there and we'll just thin that top a little bit. Right, here we are. This is the Aucuba variegated laurel. Now you can see years past I've taken some off and they've broke, and these are the growths that have come off since the last pruning. But it is getting a bit too big for this particular bed. I need it to flow up from the conifer and flow through. I don't need it right up there. I'm going to do the same as what we've done in other years. I'm going to go in, and you see here, look, you can see in years by we've taken these off. So I'm just going above, say that node there, taking that off and taking that off. Very gently thinning, this is not heavy thinning. You can do most of your evergreens like this. If they're getting too strong, do take them back. You can see where we've taken it back years before. So again, I shall find the node, so it will break again. And just keep your eye on the shape of the bush. I should take this one, and a little bit off that top there, just to keep its form, if you like. But this one's been cut loads of times, look, so I'm trying to show it. See where it's been cut 1 year there, it's been cut the next year there, so we'll actually go in there like that. Okay, it keeps the form of the bush, that's what I'm after. I don't want to hit it too hard, and if you cut down too much, you'll find you'll be exposing too much of the green leaf on it, and it spoils the effect of the variegation on it. This down here, not going to touch that at all. I'm going to take some off this. This sticking up like that's no good, is it? So let's follow that back to a nice node, and then we'll take that out. Already you can see the form what we're after. This needs to go, and a little bit off there and we'll be fine. So let's take these out. There'll be no new growth on it this year. I don't think it's too cold now. There'll be nothing for the frost to get. That one's fine. We need We need to get rid of some of this, so let's go in and see what we can do. You see, that's quite a branch taken off. And remember, if you haven't done it yet, these hardwood cuttings, again and again, you take that one. See, the Aucuba looks a lot better shape now, and I'm quite happy with that. It's kept its variegation, that's the main thing. And if you look at the amount we've chopped off, there's quite a bit come off it. Now, as we're going past, we'll just take these lavender flowers off now, but it's the same thing, just take them back. You see? I don't know if people keep the lavender now. In the old days they'd putting it in a little bag and put it under your pillow, helps you sleep, doesn't it? I don't know. But again, just take them off. We're more tidying up the bush now, because these will probably get wet and the tops have gone now anyway. This one is just make it nice and tidy. Not too much, because you don't want to rob the plant for next year. I want it to keep filling this nice. I like the silver next to the gold, and then the potentilla, which flowers yellow nearly all summer. Now I want to keep the curve of the drive here, so I've undercut it quite a bit, so it keeps the shape of the drive. If it's getting a bit long, just follow it down to above a node and take it out. If we get quite a heavy downfall of snow, it'll probably knock this flat anyway, but then wait till spring and we'll trim what's been knocked down and it'll all come up again. As you can see now, that looks quite tidy, and the colours go beautifully together. I love that colour combination there. I don't know if you can remember, early in the summer we potted these two dianthus in some nice open compost, and we had them one either side of the seat. It's been beautiful all summer, but I'll take all these flower heads off. We don't really want them now, because the one thing about dianthus, doesn't like to be stood wet. So what I should do, I should take these down the garden and put them somewhere outside, but with a cover over, somewhere where it's a little bit of a cover, so they don't stand too wet. They don't like the wet. I actually took some cuttings as well. I don't know if you remember, took cuttings off these. I see they're all rooted. We're doing quite well. Now they'll be removed from the front, and we'll take them down and store them down the shed. Not in the shed, but still outside, but with some cover over the top. We're just on our way down to harvest some vegetables for the weekend. I put my hat on because it's getting quite cold now. I'll just show you that, just to keep the cold wind from blowing down on them. It just protects them a little bit, keeps the wind off them. Let's go and get some vegetables for the weekend while it's cold. As we go past the blueberries, I brought them down from the greenhouse. We had them outside the greenhouse in these containers. They've outgrown the containers now, so I will be putting them very soon into the fruit cage. I'll have to make an ericaceous bed, but I'll show you how I do it. The autumn colour is beautiful. I do like autumn colour. I like that, that's very nice. And we'll have them down in the fruit cage. I've just lifted a few leeks that were in that spare bed. They're not bad, they're fine. And now I'm lifting a few carrots to add to it, okay? Yeah, see how we go. They're a bit dirty, some's a bit small, but as you can see, they're fine. They'll do nicely. I'll just dig some and then I'll top them off. To say how late they were, and they haven't been thinned. They're not too bad at all. But I tell you what, they taste absolutely beautiful. I'm very, very pleased with these carrots this year. I think my wife's surprised as well. So, there you go. Dirty carrots. Lovely taste to them. I'm very pleased with what they've done. Very good. So I'll just clean these off a bit and cut the tops off and put them in the trug. I've just lifted a swede while we're up there. I'll just take the top off. Take those off, look. Just clean it a bit. There you go, that'll be fine. Take the top off. There you go. Nice bit of swede as well. Can't be bad. Now let's have a quick look at these parsnips. There you are. I've actually got a straight one. There's the parsnip for the weekend. That has surprised me, that has. At last we've got one. Now it's forked. There you are. Now those that are going to grow your parsnips on clay land, this is what you'll get. We'll have to get those raised beds going. We've got one, that'll do fine. I just pulled this one. You see? They just cannot get their roots down into the clay. What I should do, I should use that little bit there. So, that's reasonable. Got one decent parsnip out of the row up to now. I won't dig any more. I do have some though that we grew in the boxes up at the greenhouse, so I'll put one of those with it, so we've got a pair of them for the weekend. Right, let's go and get some broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Right, we're at the Brussels. I'm rather dirty. We'll just take enough Brussels for a boiling, and I can always just nip down and pick them if my wife wants any more. Then we'll have them off this one. I'll just shake the water off, it has been raining this morning. Take some of these leaves off it. I'll take them off so you can see what they're up to. Now you can see these are getting a bit loose, blowing a bit now. Not interested in those, but we'll take them off anyway. We'll send them up and sort them out at that end. There you can see there's a good line there. We'll take some of those. Just press down and they'll soon click off. They're going to be dirty because I'm afraid I'm film, so I can't get clean. We have had a boiling off these and they tasted absolutely beautiful. So we shall enjoy them, I can show you. I'll keep going until I'm told that it's got enough. We'll take that one, that's a big one there, not there. We'll just drop onto another one now and take some. Let's go to this one, look. I'll just shake the water off. I'll take some bottom leaves out so you can see. All these leaves will be chopped and go to compost to make good compost, these leaves. There you go, look. Plenty there. I'll just try and clean the hand a bit. Right. I'll just take the big ones, then the other ones will grow and we can come back and take those. Just a few of these big ones and then they're quite strong to harvest. You really have to lever them to get them off. They're lovely and firm and fresh, so that'll do. Some broccoli and some kale. I'm going to take this broccoli head off here. I've had to hold it up with a stick, it's getting that heavy. But if we leave it too long, if we get some nice weather like today, the head will blow, so we must remove it. So we'll just go in and take that. We'll leave that little head there, we'll take that one later. There you go. You just take those leaves off. There you go, that's a nice broccoli head there. Clean as a whistle. That's what, you can see this morning's rain coming off it already. Look, there you are. Got the frame open. I'll just nip and get a bit of kale as well. As you can see, we're sliding and slipping all over on this land. It's very, very sticky today, but we need to harvest, so we'll get these out. So we just take the, it's easy to break the kale. This will probably go for soup, so I just shake the water off. I'll just take a couple more then. I've torn that one, never mind. So we'll take those up to the house. They'll go for the mainly soups, I think, that my wife makes with these, with the leeks, and puts a bit of everything in it. I'm just going to take a couple for the chickens. Don't want to forget my chickens. They seem to eat more kale than I do. I do like this kale better than the other one. The thick leaf one I find a bit too strong. This one tends to be not quite so strong, and it certainly tastes nice. As you can see, I'm slipping and sliding all over with the wetness of the soil. We had to come down harvest, so this is what we've harvested this morning, and got some nice leeks, a swede, very nice that one, some lovely Brussels. Even my granddaughters will be eating those, they'll like those as well. Some dirty carrots, best carrots I've grown on this clay land, very pleased with those. Some kale, that my wife likes that in the soups, etc. She'll mix a lot of these together to make soups as well. Nice broccoli there. Excuse me. A single head, that's very nice, that is. There's some more heads coming that we'll use near Christmas. 3 parsnips, that's, well, we won't talk about parsnips. Right, it's Friday today. It's been quite a wet week. Right, next week I'll be showing you how to make a door ring. I'll also show you how to make a grave remembrance ring for Christmas. We'll show you those next week, so you've got plenty of time to have a go at making your own. So that's next week, so have a nice weekend, enjoy your garden, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.